C. elegans are frequently used as model species in biomedical research. That's because they share 70% of our DNA and have a short 2-week life cycle, says Chandran Sabanagam.
They can give us a lot of information, especially in an unexplored territory like the space environment and how that affects biology.
The University of Delaware associate scientist built a microgravity simulator to test how C. elegans would perform in the actual zero gravity of space. As the worms are spun in free fall, they're monitored under a microscope.
After about a week of rotation in that environment, we'll take the animals out, and what you see us doing with the test tubes is basically biochemical preparation to analyze its genetic material.
The scientists are looking for changes in the worm's epigenome, the chemical markers that tell the DNA in the cells how to behave. The epigenome can be altered by the environment, and the changes passed from one generation to the next. Sabanagam studies the epigenome in the context of microgravity.
When the worms are in a liquid environment, some epigenomic marks persist even when we take the animal out of the liquid environment and put him back onto the normal ground conditions. So its offspring retains this epigenomic memory of the parent's liquid environment or microgravity environment.
The laboratory will continue the experiments. So far, the data suggests that the epigenomic changes passed on to future generations are acquired during embryo development. Sabanagam says identifying that genetic marker is critical to human studies in the future.
We think that we can find similar genes that responded to microgravity in the worms in the human genome and possibly closely monitor those when astronauts go on the space station, travel to the moon, or potentially Mars.
Sabanagam expects C. elegans to fly on the International Space Station within 2 years. He hopes in the long term the data can be used to develop simple, cheap, and quick tests to assess an astronaut's health. The work is supported by a grant from the U.S. Space Agency. Rosanne Skirble, VOA News, Washington.